Today was the last day of the Steam Festival, and there were some good titles and some not so good titles available as demos. I'm showcasing 5 VR demos I got to try out this weekend. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Josh, also known as Silverfire32 on Oculus. Today I'll be talking briefly about and showing 5 PC VR titles I had the privilege of trying out this weekend thanks to the Steam Festival. For those who don't know, that's an approximately 1 week long period where upcoming titles are available as demos in Steam. Since the Quest 2 makes for a great PC VR headset when used with virtual desktop, I gave 5 of the VR titles a try. First up is Blood Blast, which I tried out mainly because of my son. He loves blood cells, viruses, bacteria, and microscopic things. He saw this in the store and told me I had to try it. This game is, well, it's basically a wave shooter idea where you are miniaturized to take out viruses and infected cells in the bloodstream directly. No medicine needed. You are the medicine. You need to shoot the viruses, dodge or deflect the white blood cells, dodge the bacteria, which can't be killed and will stun you momentarily if they hit you, and not shoot the healthy cells. You can have 2 guns or 1 gun and a paddle to deflect the white blood cells. There are power-ups that give you laser sights, which help a lot in aiming at the viruses, or multiple shots per trigger press, which helps but can work against you as well if you hit a red blood cell behind the virus. It's got a tutorial and 1 level available in the demo, some misspellings in the text that will hopefully be fixed in the final version, and can be fun if you're a fan of this kind of game. Next is Sword Reverie, a JRPG that has definite Sword Art Online vibes. It's a little rough in the swordplay right now. Hitting the enemies feels off and very weak even when you're swinging at full strength. However, it's got a lot of potential, looks cool, and if they keep going, it should be an awesome game. I like the elemental system and how you can select which element to use based on strengths and weaknesses in a Rochambeau system, or rock, paper, scissors to the Western world, with 1 neutral element. That neutral element lets you handle attacks from multiple types at the same time. This was on Kickstarter a while back and I chose not to back it, but only because I could only back 1 game and chose Elysia. This is looking good though, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes.
for? Come and help me! I could have handled it myself, you know. But thanks anyway. Watch out behind you!
Next, we have an entirely fun and lighthearted and very casual game, Space Slurpees, brought to you by Starcade Arcade, the developer behind Starblazer and Virus Popper. This Slither.io in VR game is loaded with references to other titles and feels very polished already. Not a whole lot to be said here other than it's Slither.io in fixed-off space, allowing you to reach high, swoop low, circle the other worms at any angle. Just watch out for the moons and other obstacles that pop up eventually, and don't run into your own tail. I did that a few times while watching something else, trying to avoid that. While very simple gameplay, it does feel a little addictive and is a deceptively active game.
Welcome. Your inner universe is surrounding you. You have left behind all your material needs and sorrows.
Soul Path is my least favorite of the 5 games I tried. It's a series of mini-games around a theme of letting go of your life and preparing to move on to an unspecified afterlife. Each game has focused on one emotion. For example, anger involves taking your memories and throwing them to smash glass panes that rotate around you. Fear requires you to throw your memories at the monster slowly rising towards you. Each level of each minigame is accompanied by a quote relating to the current emotion. Honestly, the quotes seemed like the strongest thematic aspect, as the minigames themselves felt a little just slapped and hammered into the theme. I kind of like the general idea of moving through a journey through the emotions, but would rather a cohesive story taking me through said journey. Minigames always end up feeling a little disjointed to me. Plus, the mechanics were a bit lacking. Many of the games involved throwing, but everything is held at a long distance from you at the end of essentially a 20-foot-long selfie stick. Throwing accurately was next to impossible, which made level progression extremely difficult and frustrating. I was glad that after just a couple levels on each motion, the demo let you move on to the next one. Overall, the graphics are fairly well done, and some of the symbolism did manage to hit. In my opinion, it needs a lot of work on the mechanics and theme integration.
That was impressive.
Don't let fear gobble you. Fight back by throwing memories at it.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Finally, we have my second favorite demo. My first favorite was Sword Reverie, Troll Hunter VR. Brought to you by the developers of Into the Radius, this has definite Phasmophobia vibes in that you're hunting for clues to correctly identify which troll you're going to face. Guess wrong, and you summon the troll without weakening it first. Guess right, and you summon it in a way that weakens it a bit. You have an handheld ultraviolet You have a handheld ultraviolet scanning device to track footprints and analyze clues. Things like nest, remains of a meal, frequently visited areas, etc. Once you've gathered enough clues, you head back to your truck where the list of trolls is narrowed down. The minimum of 2 clues limits it to only 4 or so to choose from, while getting 4 clues narrows it down to 2 choices.
I know.
Once you're ready to summon the troll, you can set up traps. You have 3 explosive devices that both attract the troll's attention and blow up whatever they're attached to. There are also fireworks displays to shoot at the troll, rocks balanced so pulling a lever makes them fall on top of the troll, etc. You also have a 2-shot sawed-off shotgun that will do a little damage and temporarily stop the troll, affording you a chance to hide again. Successfully defeating the troll is satisfying, and the feeling of hiding from an immense giant creature is very immersive. As yet, I don't know if this has quest support planned at any point, but if it's at least this good when it releases, I'll be happy. I'm hoping, however, that they add the co-op play to it so you can have a team hunting trolls together. That would be awesome. Alright, that's a wrap. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe so I can bring you more and get even more practice at doing the spiffy new effects I added. Did you see any games to add to your Steam wishlist? Let me know in the comments. Have fun, and see you later.